Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, immediately after taking oath of office, declared a state of emergency on food security to tackle the increase in food prices, amongst others. One of the major factors contributing to these food scarcity and shortage is the crisis between farmers and herders. Now, reports have it that suspected herders invaded a farm in Iwajowa, local government area of Oyo, in southwestern region of Nigeria, with their cattle killing the owner in the process. Now, this, however, has led to a violent attack as one person has been reportedly killed, while scores were injured, and suspected herders ambushed a combined security outfit codenamed Operation Bust at Akpa Lokun village in the community. Also, crops worth thousands of naira were destroyed in the process. Now, joining me to further discuss this very unfortunate incident is Babafemi. He is the president of All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Afan, Southwest Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time, Babafemi.
Yeah, it's nice for me to join on the deals this afternoon.
All right,
Yes.
great. Now, how do you think the recent declaration of the national emergency on food insecurity will impact the agricultural sector?
Definitely is a welcome development for the federal government to have declared food security in the state, because everybody got to know to see what is really happening for the price of commodity to be being escalated, and probably due to some of these bandits, insecurity, as we said, herders, and with the PMS price. So it has affected every commodities in Nigeria as at today. And every person is not too happy about it, and the farmers too. We are looking at it the way it could be coped, and that's why we are working closely with the federal government. And we love the way the state of emergency was being declared by Mr. President Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Now, this is, of course, not the first time we are hearing, scuffle between the herders and farmers, of course, clashing from time to time across the country. Now, in your opinion, what are the main challenges contributing to this?
Yes, it's a threat to we farmers. For us to see the bandits with these herders, people having the conflict, it's not a welcome development at all, and it's always giving us a setback if we are seeing this development. But to our own opinion, as a chairman of the farmer, we are trying to let the government know that the measures to be taken is for us to have a ranch, ranch to be established, how it could be strengthened, how they could assist the livestock farmers to have where a global ranch could be sited.
Okay,
And with food
I'm sorry, I
security.
just want to cut in here. Ranch in favor of who? The herders or the farmers?
The farmers, rather, the
Okay.
the the herders are the one going about taking their things, because they are the one that is making disrupt of some of the crops that have already been planted. Because if someone has embarked seriously on his crops, and the one herder just came in with his livestock to now hit it or take it off, it won't take it likely with him. But if the government in coach could assist farmers in this direction, to have a stable where a cluster area could be sited, so they don't move around, they don't go around, because that's what makes the clash, is because of their moving around of their stocks of this their cow. That is the conflict. I can't plant a rice now that I've embarked on so much amount, and for just a farmer bringing his own herders bringing his own cow to come and take it off, it will result to clashes.
Mm.
So we will seek this partnership with the government to assist that ranch should be established, should be assisted to we farmers, so that if someone doesn't move his cow from one point to the other, because it's such a threat. It's not a welcome idea. It's not a welcome development to we farmers, because most of we farmers too get loans from the bank to even
Now,
plant some of those things,
okay,
some of these
I know
crops.
that the issue of ranching came up in the last administration, where, of course, it became some sort of national debate. I mean, has there been any follow-up to that since then?
Yes. The About the tail end of President Muhammadu Buhari, then there was a conference that was held in Abuja in that related to that, which people like myself was there. But we appreciate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed regime too. Immediately he came on board, he was able to set up a presidential initiative on that farmers herders issue. But we want implementation right away, because what we are hearing, especially in the Southwest now, that most of all these things are not too common, is not being rampant. For us to now be hearing that herders and farmers and herders are now having the conflict. So implementation have to take place now, and most of the governors have to take measures in this direction. How farmers could be tightened, then to make a ban from moving this cow from one point to the other. So if this ranch are being established, are being assisted to all the farmers, definitely there wouldn't be any clash. I'm sure about that.
All right. I mean, let's talk about other avenues or other, ideas or strategies that can actually be also, implemented to improve food security in Nigeria. Aside ranching, which you feel would, to a very large extent, resolve the issues between herders and farmers. What other strategies or ideas do you think the government can implement to improve food security in the country?
Yes, we are trying to talk to the government that hubs should be introduced where farmers could have a joint, could have a collective and joint area where their produce could be collectively have value chain, like cluster areas where there will be electrification, clinics will be established there, schools will be there, all the facilities. So if those hubs are there, it will be difficult for one person to come in. We could remember the era of Awolowo those days. They were able to establish all these for the farmers, and the environment there was so conducive that even people living in the farm, they don't want to come into the city. So if those ones if we could go back to it, and I know of Fashola farm or so in Oyo State,
All right.
it was well established too. So it can easily be introduced. And if this one is done, definitely it will curb the excesses and the menace of which we are experiencing now.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Babafemi, okay. Afan, of
Yes.
course, president. Thank you once again.
Thank you. It's nice to have you.